In this video, we will do a head-to-head comparison between the Indian Army and the PLA and who will win a war between the two. Please check the links in the description for our sources. Our analysis will include nuclear as well as conventional weapons. We will not be including the Navy in this video as the war will be mostly fought on land. Let us start with the nuclear weapons analysis first. India has 150 to 200 nuclear warheads, has achieved the nuclear trinity. Its ICBMs have a maximum range of 8,000 kilometers via the Agni 5 rocket, and it follows no first use policy. China has an estimated 400 nuclear warheads and, as per recent reports, has been increasing its arsenal rapidly. It also has achieved the nuclear trinity, and the maximum range of its ICBMs are more than 11,000 kilometers. And it also follows no first use policy. In the 21st century, wars are more likely to be fought with missiles than soldiers. India has specifically built its missile systems to be able to cover whole of China and Pakistan, which are its main adversaries. With hundreds of missiles in its arsenal and the ability to build the missiles domestically, India is well prepared for missile warfare. When it comes to war, one must not only be able to attack but also be able to defend. For this, India has developed the Akash air defense system with the ability to destroy incoming missiles and aircrafts. India has also equipped its air defense systems with Israeli Spider missiles. Along with the Akash, India also has the Russian-made S-300 and S-400 air defense systems. China has developed its missile systems for larger ranges as it is competing with the US for global dominance. China has enough missiles and range to cover India and the whole of Indian Ocean region. China also has good missile defense capabilities, but they are mainly copies of the S-300 system and the S-400 system. This habit of copying technologies by China has made Russia to stop further deliveries of the S-400 systems to China.
India and China are more or less on par in terms of active personnel and the total available manpower due to their comparable population size. The only major difference being in the reserves available, with China having almost 7 times more reserve personnel. India has more than 4,000 tanks versus China's 7,000. India has upgraded versions of Russian-produced T-90s called Bhishma and the T-72, which form the backbone of tanks in the Indian Army, whereas China's indigenously produced Type 96 and Type 99 form the backbone of tanks in the Chinese Army. When it comes to armored fighting vehicles, the BMP-2 Sarat is the main armored fighting vehicle of the Indian Army, whereas the PLA uses the Type 86 armored fighting vehicle, which is nothing more than a Chinese copy of Russian-made BMP-1. India uses a variety of towed artillery manufactured by countries like Russia, US and Israel, whereas China uses copies of Russian-built artillery. When it comes to self-propelled guns and rocket artillery, China enjoys a high numerical advantage over India, but most of this Chinese equipment are copies and untested in real war. China is rapidly building its air force and is building indigenous 4th and 5th generation fighters like the J-10 and the Chengdu J-20 stealth aircraft, which China claims is superior to the F-35s used by the US. Other aircrafts used by China like the J-7, J-11 and J-16 are Chinese-produced licensed variants of MiG-21, Su-27 and the Su-30. India recently signed a deal to fast-track the purchase of 36 Rafale aircraft to replace its aging fleet and to meet the minimum number of aircrafts that are required by the Indian Air Force to fight a two-front war with China and Pakistan. After the recent border clashes with China, the Indian Defence Minister also signed a deal to quickly purchase MiG-29s and Su-30s from Russia. India also recently bought 22 battle-tested Apache attack helicopters from the US. India is also inducting its indigenously built fighter, namely the Hull Tejas and the Hull Light Combat Helicopter. Even though China has numerical superiority in terms of equipment, it is India who holds the advantage when it comes to the number of bases near the border. China's vast geography prevents it from placing a large number of troops and equipment along the LAC, especially when its main focus lies in the South China Sea, where the US and its allies are pressuring China with deployment of aircraft carrier strike groups. India might be forced into only defensive actions if China makes it a two-front war by asking Pakistan to attack India simultaneously. India and Pakistan are considered to be mortal enemies, with both having fought 4 wars since 1947. China has also been supplying weapons and aircrafts to Pakistan in return for its cooperation. In conclusion, a war between India and China would be mainly fought in the mountain regions of the Himalayas, with only soldiers and light equipment being used as the terrain makes it difficult to use heavy equipment. India holds superiority in this aspect as its army is well trained for high altitude warfare and is also experienced due to the wars it fought with Pakistan and the ongoing Kashmir insurgency, which is also being fought in similar terrain. With China bringing numbers into play and India bringing experience into play, the war will most likely end up in a stalemate, with the economies of both countries getting decimated.